I'm Tiana Lewis.
I'm Lillian Bornstein.
And I'm Camille Hara.
Before we begin, we would like to make a trigger warning. In this piece, we will discuss instances of violent sexual assault and rape, so we would like to provide time right now for anyone to leave if they're uncomfortable, or at any point during the poem. Thank you.
May 2014. For the last 8 years of my life, ever since I hit puberty, I have been forced to endure an existence of loneliness, rejection, and unfulfilled desires, all because girls have never been attracted to me. It's an injustice, a crime.
A massacre occurred in Isla Vista, California.
On the day of retribution, I will enter the hottest sorority house of UCSB, and I will slaughter every spoiled, stuck-up blonde slut I see inside there. I'll take great pleasure in slaughtering all of you. You'll finally see that I am, in truth, the superior one.
A 22-year-old gunman left 7 dead and 13 wounded. These are his words.
Girls, all I ever wanted was to love you and to be loved by you. You denied me a happy life, and in turn, I will deny all of you life.
It's only fair.
Entitlement is defined as the right to claim something as one's own. Too often,
what is claimed are the bodies and lives of women who had the audacity
to say no.
April 2014, Marin Sanchez, a high schooler in Connecticut,
was stabbed to death after rejecting an invitation to prom by a 16-year-old boy who thought,
"It's only fair." This mindset isn't confined to tragedies in the newspaper.
It's more than an 8-minute segment on the evening news. The culture of entitlement is ubiquitous.
We are subjected daily to what's only fair. Every 2 minutes, an American is sexually assaulted.
1 in 4 women will survive rape or attempted rape in their lifetime. Only 3% of rapists will ever spend a day in jail.
There are more women in my family who have been victims of sexual violence
than there are women who have earned diplomas.
I was raised in a story where caution was useless because every woman or child could end up with bruises.
They tell us how to prevent this.
Don't walk alone at night.
Never leave drinks uncovered or unattended.
Be careful wearing clothes that give someone the wrong idea.
If you're being attacked, yell fire instead of rape because people are more likely to believe you.
The burden should not fall on me to avoid being raped, and the blame should never be placed on those who survive it. August 2012.
2 16-year-old boys repeatedly raped a 16-year-old girl.
Photos and videos of the assault were shared among students of Steubenville High School.
Victim blaming was perpetuated by media headlines placing sympathy with the self-proclaimed rape crew,
a reporter said.
It was incredibly difficult to watch as these 2 young men with such promising futures, as they believed their lives fell apart.
September 2012, 15-year-old Audrey Pott was sexually assaulted by 3 boys who shared photos of the attack with classmates on the internet.
8 days later, Audrey committed suicide. 2 of the boys,
both 16 years old, were sentenced to serve 30 days in a juvenile detention center on weekends.
September 2013.
Anna, a freshman at Hobart and William Smith Colleges, was assaulted.
Her case was handled so poorly she regrets telling the truth.
Her school cleared the 3 accused rapists on all counts.
An assault victim counselor said,
"Most of the students I work with say,
had I known how bad the school process would be, I would not have reported being sexually assaulted at all."
May 2011, Dana Bolger, who was raped her sophomore year at Amherst, was told pressing charges would be useless.
She was instructed by the dean.
Why don't you take a year off? Get a job at Starbucks and come back after he's graduated.
Instead, she campaigned to educate students about Title IX,
which prohibits federally funded institutions from discriminating based on gender.
It calls for a prompt response to student reports of sexual assault.
May 2014, at commencement, graduates of Harvard and Columbia wore red tape on their mortarboards
to show solidarity with assault victims who hadn't been treated fairly.
President Obama has formed a task force to address universities' mishandling of sexual assault cases. There are currently 55 schools under federal investigation.
Campus-wide protests draw public attention to mismanaged cases. All schools are required to have a Title IX coordinator on campus.
Victim advocates and students passionate about advancement proliferate.
The response to sexual assault must shift to one of solidarity with the survivor.
This change is tangible and within our grasp.
Join the path to reform.
Be willing to step forward.
Reach out.
Be present. Speak up. Don't turn away. Be the change.
It's only fair.